Hey guys, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Come on in. As you come in, I want you to let me know where you're tuning in from. As you come in, let me know where you're tuning in from, name, city, and state. And I need you to drop a 1 in the comment section to let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. And drop a 2 if you're feeling good today. Drop a 2 if you're feeling good today. All right. Come on in. Let me know if you're tuning in. This is going to be a live Q&A. I have been getting questions, a lot of questions, over the last year or so. And I just decided that instead of me just kind of responding back to the questions individually, why not give people a chance to have an insight and to hear from me personally through a live segment. So if you do not catch this live and you watch this on the replay, please hashtag replay. Those of you who are more on the Instagram side, I will be posting segments of this live Q&A on Instagram as well as on my YouTube page. So just stay tuned for that, and I'll get more into that as we talk about the questions. So if there's any questions or anything that you may have for me, please feel free to drop your questions in the comment section. Drop your questions in the comment section. I would love to answer any questions that you may have. But to jump right on in, I want to give you a little bit about myself. I am from the city of Orangeburg, South Carolina. I am a graduate of Orangeburg Wilkinson High School. I have a bachelor's degree in sociology from the South Carolina State University. Go HBCU. I also have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling from South University in Columbia, South Carolina. That's just my educational background. I am certified as a life coach. And I am soon to be certified as a licensed LPC. So what kind of, led me to be an author? I decided to publish my first book last year. And I have done several things, many different things over the years. So, that's nothing really out of the ordinary. I don't like to be bored. I love to have my hands in many different things. Doesn't saying that I'm unsure about what it is I want to do. It's just that I love to try new things. I'm not afraid to try new things, right? So one of the questions, I know this is what you guys really want to tune in for, right? So one of the questions that I have, and they're not going to be in any particular order, just how I got them and wrote them down, right? So one of the questions that I get all the time, and one of the other things that I did not state in the beginning, is the fact that I am a mom of 3. I had all my children while I was in college, starting with my undergrad up until my graduate. So by the age of 23, I had 3 kids. That's fine. Those of you, and I'm pretty sure I said that because it's somebody who's going to watch this and who's going to be encouraged and motivated to really keep going, and don't let that stop you. So one of the questions I did get is, how do you balance being a mom, working full-time, and running your business on a full-time basis? And so to answer that question is, I had to find a way to, how should I say it? Balance. I had to really find a way to balance out everything. I know being a mom is like my biggest task. That's like my main job. My main focus is to be the best mom I can be for my girls. And working full time, that's just something I know that, I was always taught to work. I started working 2 jobs when I was in high school. I always saw my parents work. So working came second nature to me. But when it came to actually running and operating a business, which is one thing that I'm still getting up off the ground and running, I had to find balance. I couldn't give more attention to one thing than the other. And so how I did this was I decided to implement using a calendar. I always use a calendar and a planner. So that was one way of how I bring balance to doing everything. I made sure that I have an equal amount of time to spend with my girls. Of course, work is going to come naturally because you have a schedule for that, but making sure that if I go throughout my day giving and building on everybody else's job and dream, then I have to make sure that I make time to build my own. And so that's what drives me, and that's how I balance, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that my business is up and successful and running. And so I have to dedicate a little bit of time, if not some time, to the business every single day, doing something for it, right? So the next question that I'm going to answer is, how do you process hard challenges? And to me, being able to process is like one of the things that I'm real focused on now, because so often when we are faced with hard and difficult things, our first nature is to, shrink back. And so what I am learning to do is I'm learning to endure. And when it comes to hard challenges or hard things, I just kind of put it on a scale. It's like, okay, is this something that I cannot necessarily go through, or is it something that I can kind of push forward and go through? Dealing with hard things is a part of life, so I just look at it that way. I process it. I sit down. I take time. I meditate. That's one of the biggest things that I do to help process hard things. And then another thing I do is I'm very spiritual. So I go to the Bible and I go to God and I ask God, like, what is it that you wanted me to learn about this challenge? What is it that you want me to really gain from this process? And normally he gives me the answer, or he points me in the direction to where I need to get the answer, right? So that's how I do that. What methods do you use to relax or calm yourself? So I'm a big music junkie. A lot of people don't know this. I love all types of music: country music, spiritual music, inspirational music, instrumentals, motivational music. I love rap. I really love rap. I love neo soul. I just love all types of music, right? And so I use music to really relax me and calm me so that I can center myself. Sometimes what relaxes me is I sit in silence. A lot of people don't believe that while I'm home, I sit in just complete silence. And I can do that all day, literally all day, with nothing on, no music, no TV, which I don't watch TV anyway. But just sitting in complete silence and just being to myself and just listening. That's how I calm myself. That's how I center myself. That's how I typically relax, right? Another question is, when did you decide to write your first book? And so I know this person asked me that because of the fact that they know what's to come. And I'll tell you guys about that a little bit later. But I decided to write my first book. It was about around May of last year. God kind of really nudged me and told me to, what he said was, will you now allow another person to leave this earth before they get the tools and knowledge they need to move forward in their journey? And I was like, whoa, that was kind of rough. It kind of slapped me across my face. And as you know, if you hang around us, it says snatch my weed. But God really did set me down and was like, it's really time for you to put your story out there, because there's somebody who is really going through it, who's really having a hard time, and they need to hear from you, and you have something that's going to help someone move forward in their process. And so it was around last year, May, is when I really sat down and said, it's time. And then I'm going to put this question together because that one said, when did you decide to write your first book? And it was May of last year. And how long did it take for you to write your first book? Well, a lot of people who have heard my testimony before, I have stated that it took me about 90 days. I started in May and I finished writing in July, and I was published to Amazon by August. So it took me about 90 days to write the actual book, to get it published, and I self-published myself. From the cover of the book to the back of the book, the insides, what I call the guts of the book, or the meat of the book, I designed and created everything. Was it a process? Yes. During that process of writing, I can say I didn't do anything, because during that process of writing, I had my girls. I decided I was going to babysit to bring in extra income. So I was keeping my cousin kids. I was keeping a friend kids. So I had a total of 10 kids at one time. And I sat down, I illustrated, and I wrote the book. I just got it done. I didn't care what time of night it was until I finished writing. Whenever God stopped speaking, whenever the words and God stopped speaking to me, that's when I stopped. But if the words and everything was flowing, I kept going. And so when it came to the end of it, I ended up having this. Produced. But not only did I produce this, which is the book that actually has the actual story, I was able to produce a journal as well that houses the devotion and illustrations and more journal space. So 90 days, guys, 90 days to produce both, right? So the next question, what would you tell someone who is thinking about writing their first book? The best advice I can give to you would be to know your why. Know your reason behind telling your story. Is it to encourage? Is it to motivate? Is it to give strategy? Is it to give tips? Is it to really just free yourself or free those who read it? Know why you're writing a book. Does it provide some type of solution? Everyone wants to get their story out there, but no one wants to really tell always the truth. Or if you want to write a book, what type of book is it? Or know your audience. Know who your book is going to be geared to. It took a lot for me to really process that part, because I was like, I don't want to write a tell-all book or a memoir. I want that to come a little later. But, I just kind of seek God and ask him, like, what is it that you want me to write on? And he was like, tell a little bit about your struggles and how you get to the point where you are now. So when you look, those of you who have read my book, you'll know that the first chapter is called Struggles. You'll know that the last chapter is called Testimonies. So transformation. So it's just on knowing your why, knowing why you want to write a book, and just plan it out. Really take the time to plan out what it is that you want to say. I can honestly tell you, I started off with the outline. I'm not even going to lie. I wrote down every chapter title. And then as I read the titles and allowed my spirit to be open, that's how it came about. That's where the words came from. So one question I did get was, what made you want to become a life coach? I get that question a lot. I think that's why it's like one of the top questions. What really made me want to become a life coach was because I don't want to say I took the cheap way out of things, but like I mentioned to you earlier, I have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. So, I always want to help individuals. That's my nature. I want to be a helper. I want to be able to give you the best advice I can give you, right? But it's because I have not completed my examination to become licensed, I cannot give you clinical license information. And so when I thought about becoming a life coach, I said that would get me in the field of doing what it is that I want to do, but not necessarily what I want to do. And so when the opportunity came for me to join the Power Hub Institute, I jumped on it. I prayed on it and I jumped on it, and God told me to move forward. And so when I moved forward, I sat under the instructions of Apostle Joshua Johnson. And let me tell you, it was life changing. And so from that point on, I knew I made the right choice with deciding to become a life coach. And it helped me not only get the aspect of what it takes to be a life coach, but it also helped me with the aspect of birthing my business. And so Rich LLC, Royally Impacting Clients Holistically Coaching Services, was birthed from the process of me wanting to become a life coach. And I can honestly tell you that it was the best decision of my life, because I have learned so much in that process of becoming a coach. And I was also connected to other individuals in the field and in industries that will actually assist me with becoming a better coach. And so one of my reasons is because I wasn't necessarily a licensed LPC, which is a licensed professional counselor yet, but I decided to take the life coach role because now I'm more prepared to help deal with people in their processes that would actually help me even more in my field of becoming a licensed professional counselor. So I hope I answered that question. Now, what would you tell someone what would you tell someone that's trying to discover their purpose in life? If you are in the place of really trying to discover who you are and what your ultimate purpose in life is, one thing I can tell you is you have to get to a place of really seeking. And what I mean by seeking is you have to get to that place of really discovering what's your passion. Like, what is it that you're wanting to solve? Like, do you see or recognize a problem or issue that is taking place in the community around you? And if so, what can you do to help resolve that issue? Is there something that you're passionate about? Do you want to work with young girls? Do you want to work with young men? Do you want to work with families? Who is it that you're trying to help? So in discovering my purpose, what I had to do was I really had to seek what is it that I was trying to accomplish through the process of attaining my purpose. And once I discovered that, then I came up with strategic plans on how to move about doing so. And so my ultimate purpose is to really impact the lives of those women who are just like me. Those who are trying to balance motherhood, those who are trying to find balance within relationships, those who are just trying to find balance in everyday life of wanting to pursue their dreams, but having to decide whether or not they're going to put in time on someone else's dream. It's a true balance in trying to work your purpose, but not lose your passion for what it is that you're trying to do in life. And so when trying to discover your purpose in life, you basically want to discover your why. Once you discover your why, then you can move forward with putting strategic plans in place. That's one of the best things I done was I discovered my initial why. Now, will your why change over time? Yes, it will. Because as you grow and you develop and you mature, you have more experience to put up under your belt. And so sometimes your why will change. And that just moves you more and more closer to your purpose. Okay. Besides being an author and a coach, what else do you do? So if you follow my Facebook page, you know that I do a lot. One of the things I am passionate about is I am passionate about art. And so I am also an artist. As you know, I mentioned earlier, I do mobile paint and sip parties. I haven't been able to do much since COVID, which is cool. I am looking to shift to do things virtually. Those who are interested in hosting a virtual party, please let me know, inbox me. I'll be glad to do and set up that, and we can talk about that, work out contracts and everything. But I love to draw. I love to paint. Another cool thing that I like to do is I like to play board games. I just got turned on to a new game called Taboo. It's not new to you guys, I know that, but I never had a chance to really play Taboo. And so once I learned how to play, I love to play it with my girls. They like to do things like that, and it helps us. I enjoy going to the movies when we could go to the movies. I enjoy bowling. All the things that we can't do now because of COVID, I like to do. One crazy thing that I do enjoy doing, this is giving you, I'm being very transparent, guys. So this is, I'm getting a chance for you to get to know me. One thing I do enjoy doing, I do enjoy cooking. I do enjoy talking on the phone with friends. I do enjoy reading. I love reading. At one point in time, I was reading like 4 books at a time, and people was like, how do you do that? And I was like, I don't know. I just do it. So I enjoy reading for pleasure. I enjoy reading for educational purpose. I enjoy reading for professional development. I just love reading. I love enhancing myself. As you guys can see, I love practicing and trying out with different hairstyles and makeup. Today I did my own makeup, which I'm very proud of myself. But, just being able to enjoy life. I'm noticing more now than ever that it's very important for us to really just take time to enjoy life. And so besides being an author, besides being a life coach, besides being a mom, I'm just enjoying being who God is creating me to be. And that's like one of the best things. And it doesn't come with restrictions. So if I want to listen to rap and then turn around and listen to a gospel song, I can. I have the freedom to do so. I don't see anything wrong with it. And that kind of answers the last question. What do you do? What do you enjoy doing in your free time? So I gave you guys a little insight about what it is I love doing in my free time. I just a lot of the times when I do have free time, I have to make myself not think about business. And I know for those who are in the entrepreneurial field, sometimes it gets hard where your mind is always on your business because you're always finding ways to become better. And that's just who I am. That's how I am. Sometimes in my free time, when I'm not working or when I'm not working on projects as an author, I find myself still working on enhancing and improving my business, even if it's updating my website, which I do that myself, or creating a newsletter, or researching other individuals who are in the industry or in the field. In my free time, I find a way to really enhance. My mind really doesn't stop. But when I do just want that time to relax, I either take naps or I meditate. I lay on my couch sometimes, or I listen to music, or I just find time to just be still. My free time is my free time. It takes what I do or how I do it. I just enjoy doing whatever. Sometimes I just enjoy being. So, I think that was all the questions. No, the last question. What motivates you? Guys, honestly, motivation is something that's on the inside of you. It's built in. It's on the inside of you, right? A lot of things that I have experienced in life motivates me. I went through a lot growing up. Not much, but, my parents did the best that they could to make sure that I had the life that a child, me and my brother, could, possibly want. We did not know the conditions of our living until we got older. Like, I didn't realize that, and this probably a lot of our testimonies. Growing up, we did not notice our conditions because we just had a carefree life. We didn't know that, our parents didn't have, because they made sure that we understood that we have. And it wasn't until now that I really noticed that, wow, we really went through some struggles. We really went through some things. But I am so grateful that my parents did the best that they could to know that we didn't have to look like we were struggling. And that's the good thing about it, right? So what really motivates me now is that I take those experiences from my childhood and I use those to fuel me, because now I have 3 little women that are looking to me to make sure that they have the best life ever. And so it motivates me to want more. It motivates me to want to keep pushing. Having to deal with certain things in life motivates me to really want to keep pushing, to make sure that that dash stands for something. Trying to hold myself together. You want to make sure that your life is very meaningful and purpose while you're here on earth. And I just feel that giving you guys the best of me is something that I am okay with doing. Because how can you trust me to guide you if you don't know who I am? Right? So those are the little things that really motivates me to want to keep going. It encourages me. Like I draw inspiration and encouragement from those I'm connected to, those I see on a daily, things I read, signs and music, it just helps me keep moving and keep living, because, life is short, and we have to make sure that what we do on earth now is accounted for. So before I get too full, I just want to acknowledge some of you guys. I really did enjoy this Q&A session, and all of you who have tuned in and who decided to watch and join me. If there are any questions that you guys may have right now, please feel free to drop your questions. Anything that you want to ask me live right now while you have me, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna jump off this and I'm going to go do something that I enjoy doing, because today is Saturday and I think I look beautiful. So is there anything that you guys want to know as it relates to business or my personal life? Not too personal. Please drop it in the comment section and I will be sure to respond. Just a little quick shout outs. Hey Liz, hey Jamaica, hey Adrian, hey April. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey Miss Brian, hey Tawana, hey Crystal, hey guys, hey Ryan. Thank you guys all for jumping on and just really spending this Saturday afternoon, early Saturday afternoon with me. If you have any questions, guys, if you have any questions that you want to ask me as it relates to anything, let me know. Feel free to follow me on Facebook. My business page on Facebook is Rich LLC, but the name for it that you can search is Rich Impact 2019. If you're on Instagram, I'm on Instagram as well. I post a lot of my motivational pictures, and thank you, Jamaica. Thank you for supporting. Jamaica is my LS. Love you, girl. If you're on Instagram, I post a lot of my inspirational, motivational things on there, and a lot of upcoming events goes on Instagram as well. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's rich.impact19. I also have a public figure page, Miss Courtney J. You can go and find that as well. My website is richllc.org. Please, please, please go check it out. I have been updating it, getting things brought up to current, as well as if you subscribe to my email list, you'll get a free gift. Not telling you what that gift is just yet, but you'll get a free gift and you'll get a newsletter from me. I have some amazing things that I am working on, guys, and I'm very, very excited about what's to come. I am not rushing 2021 to get here, but I am in preparation mode and preparing for 2021 once things do kick off. And so do know that you have not heard the last from author, life coach Courtney J. Again, I am excited about what is to come, and I just thank you guys all for supporting me, who have supported me thus far. I have counted the total. I have counted approximately the total of books that I have sold thus far since publishing, and I have sold approximately or gifted approximately 250 books, guys. To me, starting off first year, I think that is amazing. That is a small step to those big author giants, but I am not stopping. I feel like God has given me something to really share and give to the people. And if you have not purchased a copy of my book yet, A Purposeful Journey is still on sale, guys. And so be sure to go to my website, hit the store tab, and you will be able to see all of the different products that I do have. I have more than just my books on there, but I also have my coaching services. So if anybody is in need of a coaching consultation, a self-discovery, where you are wanting to know your purpose or discover your purpose, or you have an idea but you not necessarily know the proper steps of really producing that, just feel free to reach out to me. Send me you can book a consultation. My consultations are for 1 hour for $75. I take the time to sit down with you and we brainstorm together on how to come up with a plan so that you can implement your plan. Now, as far as walking you through the implementation of the plan, that's where you would either book your 30-day consultation or your 90 days, where for either 30 days, I walk you through your process, or you can do 90 days where it's an even longer period where you can see more of your results in 90 days. Okay? So again, if you have not purchased a copy of my book yet, please feel free to reach out to me. Go to the website, richllc.org, hit the store tab, and it will take you to the website where you purchased a copy of the book. And once you get your copy, you'll have a signature from me and a special note, just thanking you for making your purchase. But guys, stay tuned for the month of December. I will be doing a series of different lives, not necessarily Q&A, but I will actually be teaching strategies on how to make it and make the best of what it is you have and bettering yourself for 2021 to come. All right. So if we don't have any more questions, you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in and joining this live. I really appreciate the support. And you guys, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms and be on the lookout for more greatness from me. All right. Enjoy your Saturday and be easy. Love you. Peace.